So I just want to kind of cut where I think I put my line at. I don't want to cut through the resist itself, because I want to be able to reuse it again. I just want I want to see if I can find it. There it is. There, and I'm right on the line. Wow, what do you know? Kind of hard to see. And then just want to cut straight across. Make sure I get all the layers. And you can see that. We got my resist here. Okay. And I'm going to keep continuing to cut a straight line all the way across. And here is where we made the marker before. Now, what I'm going to do is, I want these fibers here, I don't want them to fray apart, so I'm going to take some soap and water and work them together. Some warm soapy water. My hands with a little bit of soap here. And I kind of want to massage and work these edges. Like so. So that they can start to felt together. Okay. Do it on both sides. These will be pretty thick. I think we did pretty good so far. And I want to massage and work these edges together with soap, warm soapy water. Okay, so cutting it from the resist. And then what I'm going to want to do is get my hands in here, and I want to massage and keep from having a crease on these edges here. And also I'm feeling for weak spots, because at this point I could still add more wool if I need it. So I'm going to flip this over and cut the other side, like so. Switch together, get my hands a little bit more wet, and then start here. Now this was just bubble wrap as my resist. I could cut through my resist, but I don't want to do that because I want to save this resist maybe for another project or another pair of liners. So that's why I chose to go with some vinyl runners. Oh, my scissors are a little dull here. So actually I'm going to switch this around so I can get a better angle. Cut. I'm using my left hand actually. There we go. And cut through that. Okay. Cut through the other side. And now we're free. Now it's from the resist. Now we just want to take this with some soapy water and meld the edges together. Especially around the back side. We don't want a crease in the back. Both front and back. Let's work this out. Kind of rub the sides together like so. Okay. Then I want to get my hand in here and I want to agitate and rub out any crease that may have been created by the resist, and also feel for weak spots, especially in the heel and the toe and on the bottom. And I need to do this for both. And then we'll get to shaping. Okay, so I've got my hot water and my warm water running. And what I want to do is I want to shrink this down a little bit. So I'll take this, and I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to roll this and squeeze. Just continue to squeeze out. And then a little bit more hot water. Just here. Squeeze. And this will decrease the length. And I might need a little bit more hotter water, because the sink is not getting very hot, to shock shrink and really to get it to work fast. But that'll cause it to shrink lengthwise. Now I want to shrink widthwise, but actually I want to work on this area here to instep. So a little bit more hot water, and I'm going to roll from the heel and just work that area. And just squeeze and agitate that area. with hot water. Got cold on me. Okay. And then I can stretch a little bit to shape. And then I want the toe. And agitate. And if I had a washboard, I would go ahead and I'd kind of rub this. But I'm just going to work it like this. And do it, and I'm going to do it the other way. Stretch out the liners a little bit. And like so. So I'm going to continue this process using hot water to shrink it. And then I will need the foot that I'm sizing this for so that I can continue to size and shape and mold it. Cut. Well, as you can see, of course it fits. It's a little still big yet. I got to take it in here. I got to take it in on the sides. And I got to take it in from the back. I like the height, so I'm not going to work with the height too much. But I still need to get rid of some length, some width on both the front and the back. So got to work on the sole a little bit more. But for the most part, you know, it's kind of rough looking, but it's just a liner. I could take a needle, a special needle, and pin felt this, and once this dries, to mat these downs. And found a weak spot that I can take some extra wool and take this needle and patch the hole, patch the weak spot. But for the most part, it's on its way. It's just a matter of working it into shape. Okay, so now we're down to the final sizing. So go ahead, put these on, and I'm gonna mold these to her feet with some warm water, not hot or scalding water, but just because they're almost about there. I don't mind if they're not terribly pretty, because these are liners. They're not going to be like footies or for the outside boots or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some warm water and just apply. And I want, and I'm in the bathroom so I can easily mop this up. But I can apply this hot water and shape this to her foot and mold it so that it's a little better fit. But it's okay if it can be loose, because she would have snow pants or big socks on. So line this up. There we go. Alright, and then I'll continue to just kind of work this a little bit, and then this is essentially one down. I got the other one to go and to match the size.